What's going on, guys? It's your boy NTG back at again with another video. In today's video, guys, I'm gonna be going over two trades that I did take this week. So I'm gonna be doing a couple of trade breakdowns. What you're seeing right now is live market time. This was with the VIP today. Today's date is the 23rd of April. So this was a live trade that we took on buys on NAS100, and this is a small replay of that. Now I'm gonna be going over this trade. This was a nice break of resistance. There was also a supply zone as well that I want to talk about with the breakout. So I'm gonna be going over the breakout of a pattern, and then I'm also going to be going over the breakout with support and resistance, supply and demand, however you like to draw your zones, either way. And the key component of today's video is going to be talking about, which is really essential, is the fib extension. Now, if you guys don't follow me on Instagram at ntg.academy, make sure you guys follow me on Instagram, where I post all my trades from the VIP live streams. But the question I always get is, like, as you guys see right now, Nas is shooting up and I'm dragging my TP up. And, I get a lot of comments, a lot of people are like, oh, it's not good to always trade that way, bring your TP up all the way. But there's a reason why I'm doing that. It's not just at random. These are TP targets that I'm actually trying to hit. Okay, so I'm going to explain that a little bit in the video. So make sure you guys stay tuned. I'm going to roll the intro and get straight into the video. Let's get it. All right, you guys, so here we are on NAS100. Tomorrow I'll also upload a breakdown on gold, a nice little trend line break that I caught for sales, catching a reversal. I know gold has been in a strong bullish trend, so I'm gonna show you guys how I caught those sales as well. I'm gonna just be uploading a bunch of breakdowns for the YouTube channel from now on. Now that I got some free time, from training, I'm not gonna be training anymore, so I got some free time to do so that we can look at those breakdowns. All right, so let's talk about this NAS trade that we took yesterday. Now, at the beginning of this trade, we did get into a loss for the first time. So we actually caught the fake out on this trade, and we actually readjusted the pattern. Now, this was a rising wedge, and we had waited for the break. Now, I gave VIP like a little homework to do to watch the trade. We watched the trade together on the Discord for it to hit TP. Now, when it comes to breakout trades, the most important thing that you want to, look at is the direction of the market. Where is the directional bias of the market? So, and here on the lower time frames, right now we're on the 5-minute time frame. We are in a downtrend, making lower lows and low highs. So with a bearish market, we always want to look for rising patterns, and that's what we did. So we're going to draw up the pattern real quick so that you guys can see exactly what we are looking at here. Okay, so this was the last pattern that we saw. We actually had ended the stream after the trade. I drew this out for them and I said, okay, we are going to watch the break here. Okay, however that looks, we're gonna get the break, enter, maybe some sort of a retest, and we're going to catch the sells. Now, this is exactly what we were waiting for to set up. We just had to wait for the perfect opportunity to execute the trade. So very simply enough, with breakout trading, okay, I like to look at swings of my pattern. So I like to make sure that the swings of my pattern are very nice, very full. They are connecting with each pattern. So I had a swing there before, which actually caught the fake out there. We're just looking at the swings of the pattern, and then we also got another swing here as well, touching the pattern as well. So I like, depending on the pattern, like if you're looking at a wedge, if you're looking at a flag or a triangle, symmetrical triangle, any pattern that you trade in the market, I like to just trade flags, wedges, and triangles. But I like to look at those swings to verify the pattern itself, because you don't want to just end up just drawing anything in the market. You want to make sure that your pattern has like rules to it as much as possible so that it's consistent. Because if you just start drawing things as like a freestyle, it doesn't have too much control around it, it's going to lead you to a lot of fake outs because your pattern is not proven, right? So that's exactly what you guys want to look for when you guys are drawing the patterns. But simply enough, how we trade the breakout is waiting for the break of the pattern to enter the trade. Now, I like to draw my FZs, are false zones. Now, this is something that I have personally created myself within my strategy. Looking at the pivots of my pattern, these are just areas that the market can reverse, right? So we touch these low areas here, and we can see any reversal at any point in time. So this is what just helps us get out the trade early. We don't get any full stop loss hits. Now, is it gonna avoid full stop loss hits every time? No, right? But it does help us majority of the time, right? It gives us that edge over the market to help us avoid full stop losses. Okay, so simply enough, we want to wait for the break. Now, a lot of you guys do trade breakout already, so you guys are familiar with the breakout. Okay, so we're just here waiting for the break. You guys see here it's touching the false zone there, and here is where we start to get the entry. Now, the key component when it comes to trading breakout is targets. And I believe that a lot of traders struggle with breakout trading because they don't know how far the market is going to go. They have no measurement of an accurate TP. Okay, so with the fib extension, it comes with a measurement. So you're able to measure the recent lows and highs of the market to extend the market to hit a certain target, right? And this is a very, very mechanical thing to do in your strategy. And this is how you can become consistent with breakout trading, is being able to measure your TP in the market, right? So I like to bring my swings up from the top, connect to the break, and then I bring it all the way back up. And I know exactly where I want to hit with my 2 TP or my 2.6. Now, if you guys watch my Instagram video, you guys sometimes will see me bring my TP, like it will hit TP, and then I'll bring it back down again to the next level, and then bring it back down again to the next level. And I know when you watch the video, it may seem random, but as you can see, these are my measured TP areas where I'm actually maximizing my trade. I know how far the market is going to pull, right? So let's go ahead and look at that, right? And then we're going to set our stop loss. Okay, you can also use the fib extension for your stop loss. Now, let's go ahead and set the stop loss here. Get a nice 1 to 2. So this is perfect. Some of the VIP members actually caught around 80 to 100 pips on this trade here. So let's go ahead and set that there. We have our 2 extension TP here. We have another extension here. So let's mark that up as well. So we just want to pay attention to these areas. Perfect. So let's go ahead and see how the trade ended up. So we're just watching the trade here, and as you guys can see, we had a straight drop here. A straight drop going straight into our first TP area, right? Now at this point, when the market drops below that fall zone and we're getting some nice heavy bearish pressure, I actually like to set to break even. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So we're going to set to break even, have a nice break even trade. So let's do that. Let's drag the stop loss down, and now we have a risk-free trade. So we're going to continue, let the trade continue to drop. Let's see if we can catch some more pips before it hits the TP area. So at this point here, if we go even lower to our 1 minute time frame, we had a nice little low here that we had broke. So we can actually move our stop loss. Okay, so I'm gonna use this as the stop loss area. We can move it down here just to secure some profit here. Okay, now this is going to be, you know, the hardest part of the trade, of course, is the trade management part. You guys know that already. That's gonna come with a lot of psychology tools that you will need to be able to hold this trade all the way through, right? So we're just gonna see how far it extends, see if it hits the TP. Perfect. So it actually came all the way down to our 2.6 area as well. Normally I like to max out at the 2.6. If I see some heavy volume, I'll go to the 3.5, right? And you guys will be able to see that for the next trade. But here, I believe it does reverse from this point here after we hit the TP, which is perfect, right? So beautiful trade there. This is a very, very simple but effective concept to use into the market with trading the breakout of patterns. Okay. Now I want to move forward a little bit, going into the trade today. So today on the 23rd, right here. Okay. So let's go ahead and actually go straight to the NY session. And this trade was the previous trade you guys saw in the intro of the video that I had live traded with the VIP. So let's go ahead, and we have some nice bullish movement here. So let's go back here to where we actually had started the trade. Now here, you guys pay attention to this area here, right? Now you could draw resistance from the top. Okay. It's about the same thing. It's just how you draw it, right? So normally support and resistance are the turning points that you would draw of the market. And then if you trade supply and demand, sometimes you guys, use drawing the zones maybe in the middle of the candle, maybe the opening of the candle or the close of the candle, depending how you want to draw your supply zones. Now, you guys draw your supply. There's many ways to draw supply zones. So a lot of people draw it differently. So this is how I like to draw my supply zones. I just look at the turning point of the market and the bottom of the closing of the candle to where that volume, right, where the volume start to push the market. So we had a nice turning point here. Volume kicked in, pushed the market all the way down. So I know this is a nice area here that I want to draw my supply. Okay. So this is what I'm looking at here. Now, with this zone here, what I'm doing here is just looking for an entry at the break here. That's all I'm looking for. So instead of an actual pattern, I'm using the breaks of the zone. So this is going to be very effective for me, as I'm also watching the market here, and I'm watching it make some high lows. So watching it make some high lows here, and it's starting to continue up, probably get another high low here. So this is signaling a lot of bullish pressure. So we know when we're looking at the market here, we're getting a lot of bullish pressure. Okay. Especially going into that New York session, which is going to start at 8, right? NY session, we're going to start kicking in with the volume. It looks like the market is making another high low. It's going to continue up there. Perfect, right? So we're coming back into this area here, the lows of last night. The low highs of last night from London all the way to the end of London session, building the market up for a good bullish run here. So once we get that breakout, right, which was here, perfect. We got the break here. We can go ahead and enter the trade. And now the most important thing here is, again, using that fib extension. Okay, I know a lot of people like to use like zones. I have some zones here, some key levels and resistance areas that I'm looking at to take profit. But I like to use my fib extension more. It's a lot more accurate. It actually measured the market. So, with, resistance or support, those are areas, of course, the market can definitely guarantee hit. But, sometimes the market, what it will do is it will break past those areas and you'll miss out on 50 pips, an extra 100 pips. And I don't want to miss out on those if the fib extension is telling me that, hey, NTG, we can possibly get a TP hit all the way to the 17,500, right? So instead of taking 100 pips, which is really good, 100 pips is nice, right? All the way back to that 410, I can grab almost an extra 100 pips trying to hit that 3.5 area, right? But of course, I'm going to set it to the first TP, which is the 2, okay? And then what I do is I get some rays, and I just highlight over, knowing which one is going to be the 3.5. So we're going to go here, and I know which one is going to be the 2.6 area, right? So I know exactly where I want to extend. And then of course, this is going to be the 2 TP, which is that first area that I'm looking for. So I have 3 areas that I can extend. And you guys saw in the beginning of the video where I'm just extending my TP up using that fib extension. And, this video is just to show you how powerful that fib extension can be. So we're in a trade here. We caught the breakout. Now we had a little bit of a drawdown all of this movement right here is going to be psychology. Okay, so this is one of the most important things here that you guys forget, right? You guys forget this part of trading, which is drawdown, right? Coming back into the stop loss. What do you do on a psychological level to be able to hold this trade? A lot of traders may get some fear, losing their accounts or, losing money, and they end up closing the trade here just for the trade to reverse, right? So this is the key component here that we always miss out on. I know you guys back test in the market, and you back tested a 90%, 80% win rate strategy, and you're feeling good, right? You're like, man, this is easy. I can execute this. It's easy to do market replay. But when it comes to the actual live market, when you're looking at the wicks going crazy, when you're seeing dojis and you don't know where the market is going to go in the direction, that's when the real trading starts. So I want you guys to keep this in mind when you guys are entering the breaks. It's the psychology. And of course, you guys know I have a psychology series on my channel. I will be producing some more psychology podcasts very soon and some more breakdowns so you guys can get up to date on that psychology videos that I have for the year. Now, let's go ahead and continue to trade, right? If you're a disciplined trader, we stayed in this trade, right? The drawdown didn't scare us, nothing like that. We already know what the deal is. We've been trading for so long. The market is not going to fake us out. It's not going to fool us. And look how strongly we hit that first TP. Boom. Now, you guys can comfortably get out the trade, right? As soon as it hits the TP point, boom, 72 pips. That's beautiful. Above 1 to 2.5. That is an amazing trade. You're more likely to close. That's perfect. Okay. I would say this green area here is for like a beginner level, right? This will be the beginning level if you guys just want to get out the market. You don't want to potentially lose profit, okay? I don't recommend doing this hold unless you are an intermediate or if you're a professional trader. If you're a beginner, stick to this 2 TP, take your profit, get out the market, right? We want profit. I don't want you guys, going into the market and like, oh yeah, we're going to hit that 3 extension every single time. No. Okay. There's other variables that come into play, especially when you're trying to hit this 3.5 TP. And that's why I said there's levels, right? When you start to get more experience, you're in a more intermediate level. I have a lot of VIP members at this level. You guys can go for that 2.6. They love this 2.6 area. This is their favorite, right? This is the max that they do personally. And then, of course, we have the 3.5, but that's more for like my pros. If you're a pro, then you can do that. But for my beginners, we're here. We're fine. We got the take profit. We're good to go. Okay. We don't want to deal with the whole psychology of you hit TP, right? And the market drops. And then what happens is you end up closing the trade at 50 pips instead of 72 pips, right? So let's not get into this whole, okay, I think I'm a pro. I'm going to go ahead and hold as long as possible. Okay. Make sure you guys take your TP, slowly build yourself to when you guys can hold like this. Okay. But I'm going to show you guys anyway with the hold and how it looked properly for me, right? So I'm still holding my trade, okay? This pullback is nothing to me. I'm not worried about it. I know that we can get into that fib extension, right? And you guys saw that big, bearish candle coming back, right? Now, I know that's going to be the point where a lot of traders close their trade. They're scared of that pullback. I mean, the market pretty much came back to our entry point, right? Almost there, boom. And then in reverse, right at that area. Now, what I'm waiting for is the market to break and close above my 2 TP. So then I can start locking in some profit soon. So all I'm doing is just being patient here, waiting. Like I said, this is the mastering of holding. This comes with levels, guys, with levels. I'm not saying anyone can do this. You guys have to build to this level here. Okay. So as soon as we start to break, we hit that 2 TP. Now, what I'm doing is now I'm locking in profit. Now I'm locking in that first TP that I had, which is at the 2. Perfect. Now I'm going to wait and see what the market does. I dragged it all the way to the 2.6. And now I say, okay, now we're back to my key level at the 450. I know we can potentially break and get another bullish run. So let's go ahead and see if we can extend to that 3.5. Perfect. So we got another break here. Market looks good. It's extending very, very well. I'm not gonna move my stop loss because I want to give the market some room for that pullback, right? See that? For that pullback there, I'm going to just let it consolidate there. I'm going to wait for some signals for it to give me so that I can lock in at that 2.6. That's perfect right there. That's a perfect lock in right there. And we should be able to hit that TP very, very soon. So it's telling me, wait, let's go back. So I'm looking at those wicks there, and the market is telling me that it's not going to break below my zone here. So I can lock in at 2.6, right? So that's what that point where we lock in at 2.6. So now we locked in how much? We locked in 122 pips, right? We're aiming for 185, 184, but I locked in over 120 pips, which is amazing. Now we finally hit that 3.5, and that's the max. Now I'm not going to go to the 4 and the 5, and that's too much now. Now I'm pushing it a little bit too much. Okay, this is current market time now. Let's go ahead and see the market replay fixes itself. Boom. Okay, that's current market time now. Okay. And yeah, so like I said, it's levels, you know, pro, intermediate, advanced, and then beginner. Okay. So you got to build to that level of that fib extension TP there. That's how powerful it is. Now I am also looking for some more moves with NAS coming back to some more key levels. I'm going to draw out some zones here for potential moves, but I am bullish on NAS. I'm going to get into some more buys soon. So we're going to see how that look like. Probably going to draw out some analysis tonight, send that to the Discord, and we're going to be looking good. All right, guys. So like I said, I'm going to be showing you guys some gold trade breakdowns. I can actually give you guys a little sneak peek. Oh, this was today's trade from gold, and then here's my trend line here. Like I said, we're going to go over this video though tomorrow. So I'm going to upload this video tomorrow so you guys have a nice little gold breakdown. And like I said, if you guys want to see more breakdowns like this, comment below on the video, and let me know what you guys want to see. What kind of breakdowns you guys want to see. If you guys want to see more of my trade locker view of my actual live trades, where you guys get to see my profit and things like that, you guys just shoot out some ideas that you want to see. I'm gonna have a lot of time now to upload videos, so I'm gonna be looking at the comment section to make sure so that I give you guys the content you guys want to see. All right, you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you guys give this a thumbs up, like the video, share it, whatever you guys want to do. All right, guys, it was your boy NTG, and I'm going to see you guys in the next video, and I'm out. Peace.